But there's a bigger picture here, which is using this biorobotics platform as a kind of simplified model system in which to crack the morphogenetic code. Think about all of the problems of biomedicine, including birth defects, traumatic injury, or thus failing to heal from traumatic injury, cancer, degenerative disease. All of these things have one thing in common, which is that they would go away if we had the ability to tell groups of cells what to build. Right? That's the major rate-limiting step for regenerative medicine, is that we do not understand how cellular collectives make decisions. We're pretty good on the hardware side for individual cells, right? So we know how cells differentiate. We know what the various lots of various genes do and how they interact with each other and so on. But this idea of how do collections of cells make decisions that they're going to make a hand versus a foot versus something else, and more importantly, how we communicate our patterning goals to them. That is, if you want to build a new organ, or you want to repair an existing organ, or you want to make something that has never existed before, what information do you need to give to these cells, and what interface can you use to get your goals across to the cellular collective? And that, I think, is critically important for unlocking the promise of regenerative medicine. And so that's what we're starting off here, because you really have to before you can use all these fancy programming techniques, and that includes not just the traditional synbio that people are using, but also the stuff that we do in our lab, which is bioelectrical kinds of communication with networks and so on. You really need to understand what are the baseline plasticities and competencies of these cells. What do they already know how to do, and why? Why do they make decisions to take specific paths through anatomical space and build specific kinds of anatomies and so on? And so I think that's, in the greater scheme of our lab's work, which is to understand how to communicate with the collective intelligence of cells. This is a very important a model system in which we can now ask, okay, what kinds of stimuli, what kinds of information can we be giving to these cells to get them to build various things?